My name is Alex Brill. I'm the Senior Employee Safety Specialist with the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission. Welcome to the March 2026 Safety Talk on Personal Protective Equipment. This video is brought to you by PennDOT, the PA Turnpike Commission, the American Council of Engineering Companies, Pennsylvania Chapter, the Associated Pennsylvania Constructors, Constructors Association of Western Pennsylvania, and the Pennsylvania Asphalt Pavement Association. In this video, we will review the most common types of PPE used in your industry. Because there are many types of PPE available, it is a good idea to check with your supervisor and your safety manager if you are uncertain about your PPE requirements. Before we discuss the specific types of PPE, it is important to always do the following. 1. Inspect the condition of your PPE. 2. Make certain that the PPE is correct for the hazard. And 3. Make certain that the PPE fits you properly. Applying these principles will help protect you from identified hazards.
Let's start at the top. There are two general types of hard hats. A Type 1, which is designed to protect the top of your head from falling objects, and a Type 2 hard hat. It has both top and lateral impact protection. Type 2 hard hats require the use of a chin strap to ensure full functionality. Both hard hat types are available in general use, Class C, and electrical rated, Class E. Inspect the outer shell for obvious physical damage. Check the suspension and adjustment mechanisms. And finally, check the chin strap if equipped. Be certain to replace the hard hat or suspension if you see obvious damage. If your hard hat has endured a significant impact, even if it does not display any evidence of physical damage, replace the hard hat immediately. After each use, make certain your hard hat is clean and dry, then store your hard hat in a secure location away from chemicals, extreme heat or cold, and wet areas. There is a wide variety of eye and face protection available, including wearable and hard hat mounted equipment. While protecting your eyes from impact is a main goal, it's important to understand that there are other hazards to the eyes and face. For example, safety glasses and hard hat mounted visors offer limited protection against high volumes of flying debris. A full face shield would be a better choice. If there is the presence of dust and other fine particles, you may require foam-lined safety glasses or safety goggles. Many other eye and face hazards exist, such as chemicals, welding, and arc flash exposure. Take the time to get the right equipment. Your eyes depend on it. It is important to inspect the lenses, shield, and any adjustable components for damage before each use. Gentle cleaning and careful storage are important since lenses and face shields are easily damaged. Hearing protection comes in two general styles: earplugs and ear muffs. For hearing protective devices, the most important factor is the noise reduction rating in decibels, which must be appropriate for your work environment. Noise reduction ratings may vary. The higher the rating number in decibels, the better the protection. Proper hearing protection must facilitate face-to-face conversations and the ability to hear emergency warnings, such as backup alarms and emergency vehicles. Disposable earplugs are very common and effective if worn properly. Make sure your hands are clean, then use the lift, pinch, roll, and insert technique for foam earplugs. Be careful to avoid contact with the eardrum. Discard earplugs after each use. Reusing earplugs may introduce dirt and bacteria into the ear canal. Ensure helmet-mounted earmuffs fit properly, typically over your ear. When finished with the task, make sure they are clean and retract them to a stowed position. And you may also remove them from the hard hat and store them securely. The most important function of the safety vest is to enhance visibility in a work zone. Vests must be cleaned to ensure maximum effectiveness. Contamination from grease, sealants, paints, asphalt, and other debris can diminish the reflectivity, putting you in jeopardy when working around moving equipment or in low light conditions. There are two common classes of safety vests for our industry: Class 2 and Class 3. Class 2 vests are designed for roadways with a speed limit of up to 50 miles per hour and have less overall reflective surface area than Class 3 vests, which are designed for roadways with speed limits greater than 50 miles per hour and have more reflective surface area than a Class 2 vest. They also have sleeves on Class 3 vests. Additional visibility is also required during nighttime or dark hour work activities. ANSI Class 3 vests will meet this demand. Typically, this occurs between dawn and dusk. PennDOT also requires Class 3 vests along with reflective chaps to be worn while flagging. One final mention about safety vests. Consider a breakaway style vest if your work tasks involve close contact with machinery that has moving parts, such as conveyors, chippers, chainsaws, etc. A breakaway vest just might save your life. All PPE is not created equal. This is especially true with gloves. Many gloves are designed to protect against specific hazards. Hazards to our hands include those of a physical, chemical, and biological nature. We will review a few glove styles designed to protect against common physical hazards we experience in our industry. And of course, proper fit and size is a key requirement for selecting gloves. Grip enhancement, cut and puncture resistance, and impact protection are some of the more common glove features used in our industry. Inspecting the condition of your gloves and ensuring your proper fit are a good start. Check with your supervisor about other specialty applications, such as chemical and heat-resistant gloves if needed. Footwear, like other PPE, is available in a wide variety of styles. Work boots are the most common protective footwear, typically ankle-height or over-the-ankle styles. The most common protective features of footwear used in our industry include slip resistance, toe and metatarsal protection, and puncture-resistant soles. Specialized footwear is also available for chemical protection, electrical work applications, and extreme temperature conditions. Due to long use times, typically an entire shift, it is also important that you select footwear that is both comfortable and durable. Be sure to consult with your employer regarding personal footwear policies and specialized needs. Although we have only shown you a few of the more common types of PPE used in our industry, there are plenty of additional options available for the hazards faced by our work community. Be sure to understand the hazards of the task and select the right PPE for the situation. Inspect your PPE and ensure a proper fit. PPE may be the last line of defense between you and a work-related injury. Thank you.